guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? NCAP24 here from HuddleGG. Today's video, we're going to talk about double passes, as there are 5 that are in Madden currently, and we're going to rank them from 1 to 5 and basically tell you what we think is the best ones, how to use them, what players to use if you're in MUT, and then basically we also want to give you the opportunity to understand how to shut these down. So you have both information when someone tries to run them against you and when you want to run them, for yourself. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the spread Y slot weak. We have this ranked as our 5th best one, so it's the least out of the 5. And it's going to be the motion double pass halfback screen. The reason why this is number 5 is because it's really not going to be one that you're going to get a big touchdown play on. It's kind of fun and unique where basically your tight end or wide receiver, whoever you want to put in that position, goes ahead and goes in motion. He throws it back to the halfback screen. Now, if you look on the left of the screen here, you're going to see that that same motion is also found in 2 plays. So it's nice that you can do this motion beforehand to basically set it up. So that is definitely a big positive. And we're going to show you what it is. And the first thing you need to know is that you want to run this against zone. If you run this against man, it'll absolutely shut it down, especially if they're in a pressed alignment. So what you're going to see here is that we're going to use Bowers, and he's the tight end in the situation. He's got, I think it's something in the 60s, 62 throw power when it comes to being able to throw this ball. So it's going to be nice. You always want to put the cursor on the player in auto motion. This way, when they go in motion, it's not obvious that it's auto. And then it's going to auto throw the ball. So you're not throwing the ball to the A. You're going to let the quarterback go ahead and throw it to the A. And then you're going to be able to throw this back to the Y. And you're going to have this ability basically to have a setup screen. And you can see it's kind of a gadget play. It's going to be something maybe you can get some yards, if you set up your blocks correctly. But for the most part, it's not one that's going to yield you like that instant one-play score. I'll show it to you again. Again, what you're going to see is the A is going to go in motion. You're going to be able to, now you've already snapped the ball. So now he's going to throw it this way, and you're going to go back to the Y. And you're going to see here that we're going to set up our blocks to get the yards. What's nice about this one as well is that if you throw it backwards, it's going not to be any illegal men downfield. It's not a forward pass. So you're actually lateral on it, so those guys can go down the field. That's the first thing. And 2, it's something that you can wait a little bit longer on it. You can actually, kind of run this with your tight end if you want. Go ahead and throw this here. And right now you go throw this here. And now say I want to run with the tight end, I've got that ability to get some yards if they don't come down and play, right? That's a positive. Now, I did tell you, the ways to stop this, right? The easiest way to stop this is to play man coverage, and the issue is, say I go ahead and I pick something like cover 1, robber press. Let me see to find one of those real quick and make sure I'm in the right, thing. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can press them, right? So let me just go to cover 1 robber, right? And I'm calling this play, and what you're going to see here is that when I do this, and if I didn't mention already, this is in the Vikings, the Bengals, and the Titans playbook. And if I go ahead and do this and I press hike, right? From a defensive standpoint, I go ahead and I press hike. I can't do anything at this point. This guy is what he is. So right now, my quarterback's going to auto throw this ball to him, and he's absolutely going to be crushed, right? There's nothing I can do. I can't throw it to anybody else. It's going to be that way. So this one, even though it's fun, once you know that you go ahead and somebody audibles to man coverage in the middle of the play, you're absolutely done with. This guy's going to come running down. He's going to hit you. It's going to be an easy catch. That's what we have it at number 5, even though that you have the ability to disguise it, even though it's kind of something that's going to be fun. You have to call it in the right play. You got to make sure that it is going to be something against zone, but it has some fun, aspects of getting some yards, but it's definitely going to be the worst on this list. Let's go to number 4. So number 4, guys, we're jumping into the Panthers and Buccaneers playbooks to look at the gun bunch strong nasty formation, and the play is going to be called motion double pass. Now, this is by far the best formation that any of these are finding. Obviously, bunch strong nasty is something you could run your whole offense in. You look through here, you've got a lot of different motions in this formation. You've got a lot of meta plays, wide trail, dagger, you got the toss, you got the RPO read bubble. But then you go ahead and you look at these motion plays, and you got 3 of them. One of them is going to be the double pass. Now, that's the positives of it. The negative is there is no run play off of this. So it's going to be always going to be a pass play whenever you see this motion. And the motion is pretty, distinct. So you know that it's going to happen. Now, the best way to stop this is to play man coverage. You're going to see that as a theme throughout this video, but there's also, when you pass commit, it does slow it down for sure. So the first thing you got to notice is going to be a wide receiver throwing this, and who we're using is actually going to be Hines Ward. Now, if you want to throw in a tight end like Taysom Hill, Bowers, and use any of those tight ends that can throw, you can definitely do that as well. But the idea of most of this, I want to make sure you guys understand, is you want to disguise these. You want to make sure that it's not obvious. If you have Taysom Hill or Brock Bowers out here as a tight end, you're probably saying, you know what, there's a reason for that. So again, you always want to put your cursor on the player that's in the motion. And what's nice about this, just so you know, you can go ahead and hot route as well. Now, say I want Pitts to be blocking, I leave him there. If I want Pitts on a streak, I could definitely put him on a streak, but you got to do that as he goes to the line. You can't see that there. And you can see here that this is going to be such an easy throw and bomb play. And the reason why we have this higher than the halfback screen is because of the capability of going deep, right? You see that it's going to be a double pass. It's going to go to the B. And then what you're going to see is that you're going to be able to go ahead, and once he gets it, this is without doing anything on the defense. You're going to be able to just lob the ball over the top, catch this, and you got yourself that easy score, right? Now, if they go ahead and pass commit, let's show you how this is. This is just a standard cover 3. I'm just going to go ahead and pass commit now, and I'm going to throw this, go through here. I should have my guy on that motion player. That's this here. And you can see here that this guy will go ahead and come back, and you can see how, even though we made the throw, if you click on that player, make a play, it's not an easy throw. And the last thing you want to do is make sure that your player is going to go ahead and trust in a quarterback that is going to be somebody like a receiver, right? Now, there are other options on this play. I want to make sure you see that as well. And if I go ahead and do this and I throw it to this player, you can see that now we have the ability to throw it to this X or the Y, right? If I just want a couple yards, I can do that. I can run it with that player, right? It's not like you can't run it with Hines Ward. It's not going to be, something that's going to get a lot of yards, but say you want to, kind of get the couple yards and get down, you can definitely do that as well. These guys aren't going to react to you as far as zones until you pass the line of scrimmage. They're in zones. They're asked to play zones. If I go ahead and, pass commit here and I do this, so you're going to see somebody, if you're going to want to stop this from a user standpoint, is going to have to click on one of these guys that come down, right? This time we're going to throw this ball right here. You can see that even though he's open, it's not a quarterback. He's not going to have the best accuracy in the world. But if you get them sleeping on it and they don't realize it's coming, maybe do this the first time, whatever the case is, you've got that ability to throw it over the top. You see that time that guy actually made a really good play on it. And, it just kind of that 50-50 chance. But the reason why this isn't higher than it is, there's just not a lot of complementary plays that are going to not scream that it's open. Again, if we just go here and see that motion, right? I'm on defense and I go ahead and I see this, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go to cover 1 hole, whatever the case is. You can definitely do that, right? I'll just throw this here. Or if they're running a lot on you, just go to man coverage, right? Let me just go to man coverage here and show it. So if they're doing something like that, and I go to cover 1 hole, right? Get these guys in the right spots, you're going to see that the man coverage is absolutely going to shut this down. Go like this, throw this here, and you're trying to figure this out. This guy, 1, the guy's going to come at you, and 2, trying to get over the top is just not going to be something that is going to be in your best interest. So just know that there's an easy fix just by playing man coverage on this. But again, if you have to get people to start playing man coverage on this type of setting, like if I'm in zone and I say, you know what, the guy that keeps on beating me is this RB. I'm just going to man him up with somebody, right? And I'm just going to man him up like this. That's an easy fix, right? It's man coverage, right? I can go ahead and play pass commit at this point. And you can see that I don't have to change my whole defense. I just have to change one player's, to go ahead and basically bag that guy. So just know manning up that player is going to give you the opportunity to stop this. It's a great play if they don't know it's coming. You use it once a game. Just that if they're not savvy with the Madden playbooks, you can definitely get them on it. But just know that it is limited, and it's kind of that gadget play that you sneak in when you can. So now at number 3, we're going to be looking in the pistol tight Y-off flex formation, and we're going to be looking at the play called cheat halfback double pass. This can only be found in the Dolphins playbook, and the reason why we like this so much is there's so much of the same cheat motion. You can see that it has the fake swing wheel over here on the right. It's got the swing flat. If you go ahead and you see we have a halfback zone, a cheat post comeback, and then spoiler alert, we have another double pass, which is the tight end one, which is actually going to come at number 2. And that one right there is found in a couple different playbooks. It's found in the Browns, the Patriots, and the Dolphins. So that's why it's a little bit higher on the list. But they're going to play very similarly. The one that we like here for number 2 has a nice option because it's got 2 routes that's really nice. One is a corner route, and then one is going to be that, that zig route that basically is going to give you a high-low read, right? So let's go check this one out. And what you're going to see here is that you want to put your cursor on your tight end. He is not the person that's going to get the ball. It's going to be your running back. Your running back is going to throw it. You want to have a running back that has high throw power. Daniel Tomlinson is going to be your best at 68 throw power right now in MUT. And you're going to see that we're going to put the player in motion. Once you press the hike button, this is all auto. It's going to be auto all the way until it gets to the running back. So I have no control of it. Now I go to the running back. You can see how this X is going to get over the top. And you can see how this play does work well. It's just, your running back has to have some throw power. In my opinion, that ball could have been picked off, right? So if you do this over and over again, you're going to see here that it's going to give you the opportunity depending on how you throw the ball. That was trying to be a little bit of a bullet pass. This time I'm going to lob it up a little bit. You can see with the lob, you're going to have much better success with your quarterback because the throw power is really, putting into perspective on that bullet. He's not going to be able to throw it as deep. So you want to lob this ball, and you're going to see how this is going to work, right? You can see here again, this guy's going to go in motion. If you go ahead and use this motion with different plays, you're going to see how that's going to work. We're going to lob this ball over the top, and you can see how you score, okay? So now you're going to say, how do you stop this, okay? The first way is the easiest way is to play man coverage, right? If I just go ahead and play man coverage, it's going to stop it, right? So if we do this, we go through here, and you say, if you want to go ahead and try to try to throw it over the top to this player, you can see how this X is just going to basically, I wasn't able to get the play off because of the guy going ahead and playing me, right? Because he's playing man coverage, right? The guy goes ahead and plays this. This guy's going to be in my face really because he's coming down at me, right? He's not playing zone. And what you're going to see is that I'm trying to throw that ball over the top. This guy is going to be blanketed. Now, they do have a, like we mentioned earlier, there is a zig on this play, so you can throw it to that guy, but see how this, really does get congested? You're not going to get much yards on this, right? So that's an easy way to stop it. If you want to, and you're not in man coverage, you can go ahead and pass commit, right? This is me pass committing, and you're going to see that this does help this. It's not 100%, but it does help the player play his player the much better way. You can see here, go here. We're going to go ahead and throw this ball over the top. See how we went ahead and he recovered on that? So just simply pass committing makes this work. Now, if somebody's playing pass commit on you, and that's the way they're deciding to defend this, that's where these other motions where the cheat halfback zone really comes into play, because now you can do a run play, and they have to worry about going ahead and, if they pass commit, you're now running the ball, you're going to have a lot of success with it. So that's why this is high on our list, is because you do have that run option where it's going to basically be something that they have to, pick their poison. So if you're defending this, try to audible into man coverage. If you don't, pass commit, just know that you are going to be susceptible for the run. So now let's go look at number 2. And number 2 is already on the screen. It's the cheat tight end double pass. And again, we're going to show you the same exact thing. What you're going to see is that you want to go on to Bowers. You're going to see that he's going to go through here and do the thing. What you're going to see is that this is in Browns and the Dolphins and the Patriots. And again, Bowers has that ability to have that little bit of a, that special amount of throw power on him. We're going to back it up so you can see this, how you can actually really throw this. And just, you're not going to want to bullet it. You want to lob it when it comes to this, right? So again, we're going to go to Bowers. It's going to go this way with it. And this is going to be our number 2 on the list. You can see that the same applies. The reason why this is so good is because you have the ability to set this up with the run play, so they really can't pass commit and get both, there, right? So if they were to go ahead and pass commit this time, so you can see how to stop it, here's pass commit. We're going to go ahead and do exactly the same thing. This guy's going to go in motion. He's going to go to the outside, comes back around on that orbit type of cheat motion here, throws it this way. They're going to pass commit. We're going to throw this ball over the top. And you can see here that if you're a good user and you have the ability to kind of get back, you're going to be able to, it's kind of a bait type deal, because if you look at it, you're like, I got this guy, I'm going to throw it. This guy didn't pass commit. But our guy's going to react a lot better with a pass commit. He comes back with it. You see, even though he's open, they have to throw the ball on a lob out there, and this guy can go ahead and stop it, right? But again, king is going to be playing man coverage, right? You see this motion, you say, you know what? I'm not going to pass commit. I'm just going to play man coverage. And you're going to see again, this guy's going to go this way with it. You're audible to man coverage. This guy's over here, try to throw this ball, and this guy's absolutely blanking it, right? So there's definitely ways to stop these, right? It's really about getting the opportunity to catch your opponent off guard and being able to make them, basically make them pay if they don't know how to stop it, right? Now, let's go to number 1, and that's going to be only found in the Commander's Playbook. And the formation we're going to be looking at is the gun split slot offset. And the reason why this is number 1 is for a few reasons. First reason is, look at all the motions that are in this formation that you have to worry about that have the same exact ones, so you're not giving it away. You've got the motion Y stick, you got the RPO read swing, where basically you can hand it off, keep it with your quarterback, or throw it. You've got the motion double pass that we're showing. We also have the PA counter, we've got the RPO read counter, we've got the motion Y cross. All these plays are all going to have that motion. So now this can be within a scheme of your offense and not have to worry about, oh, they know it's coming. That's the biggest reason why this is number 1. Also, you can see here we've got some more plays where we've got the ability to have inside zone. We can have a PA swing where it's actually going to be a type play where we're going to have blocking motion spot, right? So we show you all those plays, right? Now, the second thing is you're in you got to set it up, right? And if you see that LaDainian Tomlinson is your number 1 running back and that's the guy that's in, not everybody's running LaDainian Tomlinson, and so, if you show that, there's a good chance that if people are smart about the game, they know there might be a reason for it. Well, this has 2 running backs. So I can have, Achan as my main running back, and then Tomlinson, I put him in, and you can see how I have an ability to kind of just go ahead and say, oh, that makes sense, he's got 2 running backs. So we're going to run this play, we're just going to hike it. You can see that we're going to have the fake handoff. We're going to auto throw it to here. You can see how the B is going to get open. You're going to be able to throw it to him, and you got yourself a big play, right? And just like everything else, there are counters, guys, but I just want to show you that you have that ability to run this, just the way it is, and it's going to make it look like, it's in the flow of the offense. They come down, throw this ball, go ahead and, lob it up there. We gave them a little bit more time, and you can see that as long as you've got the throw power in this game, accuracy is not a problem on straight balls down the field. So that's why it's just really good. If I go ahead and pass commit, okay, you just want to make sure we go through all the things that you can do. Here's pass commit. You're going to see here that this is going to go through here. This guy's going to do a little bit of stutter. Then he goes, you see, it's really not going to be something that's going to be something you can rely on. Obviously, I made the pass there, but you have to think in your mind, can I throw it and can I not throw it? In game, I'm going to be honest, it's not always going to be as accurate as it is in practice mode when we do this like this. But, when you do have that opportunity to throw it, you do. But that's something there. And then obviously, if you're doing, your man coverage like we talked about, the reason why this one's so good is that if you force them to play man against this formation, they're very predictable, right? So if they do that, then, you can run some of the other plays that are man beating plays. And you can see how this is absolutely going to get bagged. But now you're forcing them to have to play man. Now, we talked about, previous. It doesn't have to be all man. It just has to be one guy has to be man. So if we go ahead and say, you know what, if this is the way it's going to be, let's just go ahead and do something like this. Where we're going to man up the B there. Maybe we're going to go ahead and man up the A on this guy, just so that we have, our protection like that, and we maybe use this guy, right? We just want to make sure that this doesn't get beat on us. As long as we do something like that, and go ahead and pass commit, you can see how this guy is going to get bagged by that guy, even though the other guy came down, we manned him up. So I just want to make sure you know the solution to it as well. Just as long as you man the player right here, 15, we manned him up at the slot corner. Our outside guy got absolutely fried, but we got this guy covered. So it's something, again, just having the knowledge of how to stop something is going to be what you need on the defensive side of the ball, but you're testing the knowledge of your opponent when you run these plays. So that's why I had this as number 1. We appreciate you guys watching this video. Just something to kind of fun throw into your schemes if you guys want to. They're not overpowering in the sense to where they can't be stopped, as I obviously have shown you. It's just something that if you can mix it in and kind of get that easy touchdown once in a while when people aren't watching, you definitely have that advantage. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys like this video, please hit that subscribe button or put a like on there. We're trying to hit 50,000, guys. We're really close on that. If you guys can help us out, we do appreciate it. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you.